The Last Frontier Episode 5 proves how an intense subplot can carry an hour of gripping storytelling, even while the main mystery remains partly unresolved. This episode delivers both high-stakes thrills and emotional turmoil, as Sydney finds her world collapsing under the Bureau's influence, a force that seems to control every aspect of her fate. Her struggle to defend her innocence feels tragic, especially since the only way to prove it is by suffering at the hands of those accusing her. Meanwhile, Havlock's motives stay deliberately obscure, though his movements suggest a deeper purpose beyond his connection to Sydney. The episode also introduces a chilling side plot centered on Romero, a brilliant but deranged former Navy engineer whose revenge mission turns deadly. After escaping, he crosses paths with Luke and Kira in the Alaskan wilderness. Cal, a local hunter, saves Kira from freezing to death after she collapses in the snow, using the hide of a reindeer he hunted to keep her warm. Luke, however, is still trapped with Romero, a man too dangerous and unpredictable to defy. As Romero forces Luke to drive him across Alaska, his violent outbursts leave a trail of destruction. Frank and Sarah, desperate to find their son, piece together clues about Romero's past and his time with DARPA, where he developed surveillance technology before turning on the government. Romero's delusions drive him toward HARP, a real U.S. military research site. He believes it's part of a secret surveillance network and plans to destroy it as retribution. He drags Luke along as a witness to his historic act, forcing the boy to film his manic rants. But Luke's quick thinking delays Romero's plan long enough for Frank and Sarah to reach the facility. In a chaotic standoff, Sarah ultimately kills Romero with a truck, saving Luke in the process. Yet even in death, Romero's actions trigger something catastrophic. His earlier sabotage leads to a massive power outage across Fairbanks, setting off a new chain of crises. While this unfolds, Frank and his allies remain tangled in the enigma surrounding Havlock. Despite being branded a fugitive, Havlock maintains unnerving control over every situation. He even contacts Frank directly, manipulating him with secrets only he could know. When Havlock provides Frank with the flight recording from the plane crash, it casts doubt on previous assumptions, suggesting Havlock may not have caused the explosion after all. His motives, however, remain elusive, especially as he continues to shadow Sydney. In one charged moment, he corners her and offers to run away together, claiming that with Archive 6 in his possession, the Bureau can't touch them. Sydney refuses, torn between fear, guilt, and the faint pull of their shared past. Sydney's emotional turmoil deepens as she faces the Bureau's surveillance of her family. Her mother's worsening dementia and paranoia expose how deeply the agency has invaded their lives. When Sydney realizes her mother's phone is bugged and agents have entered the home, she pleads for the Bureau to target her instead. This breakdown becomes one of her defining moments, witnessed by Sarah, who begins to empathize with Sydney's pain. Meanwhile, the small Alaskan town gathers for a potlatch in memory of Donnie, a heartwarming yet bittersweet reminder of community and loss. Frank's moving tribute to his fallen friend underscores the show's central conflict between duty and family. Sarah, however, pushes Frank to choose between protecting Alaska and protecting their loved ones. The tension between them reflects the larger theme of sacrifice that runs throughout the series. As the episode ends, Cole's research reveals that Romero's sabotage at HARP triggered the blackout. The large machine he forced Luke to transport was actually a power switch that, once removed, caused the network to overload when Harpy went back online. Romero's plan succeeds even after. As the episode ends, Cole's research reveals that Romero's sabotage at HARP triggered the blackout. The large machine he forced Luke to transport was actually a power switch that, once removed, caused the network to overload when HARP went back online. Romero's plan succeeds even after his death, plunging Fairbanks into darkness. This chaos threatens to interfere with Havlock's own mission, as the blackout disrupts communication and surveillance networks. In a final twist, Junie, working under Jacques, manages to trace a signal linked to Havlock's mysterious undersea surveillance network, just hours away from identifying the coder behind his operation. The episode closes on the unsettling image of Havlock calmly speaking with an unknown man over video, plotting his next move as Alaska lies in darkness. Thank you for watching.